These are the components of health-related fitness. Muscular endurance, the ability of a muscle group to repeatedly lift a load over an extended period of time. This is a good thing to have in an athlete, as it means their muscle groups will be able to work harder for a long period of time. Marathon runners have very good muscle endurance as well as test match cricketers, as they play for 5 days in a row and have the need to not get muscular tired. Marathon runners have good muscular endurance as they need to run for almost like 26 miles. Aerobic endurance, the ability of an athlete to take in and use oxygen, allowing participation in prolonged periods of continuous submaximal activities. This is the ability for an athlete to keep going without fatiguing for long periods of time. Marathon runners and longer distance /time sports athletes will have good aerobic endurance. Long distance cyclists have very good aerobic endurance as well as they can be on bikes for more than a few hours. This means they can get out of breath. That means they can't get out of breath, otherwise they will start to get slower as those muscles aren't getting the appropriate oxygen they need. Speed can be defined as the production of repeated muscular contractions over a short distance with a minimal period of time. Speed is very useful in reaction sports as it allows the athlete to do certain movement more quickly. When people think of speed, they think of sprinters. Sprinters are the quickest people on the planet at running, therefore they have good running speed. Flexibility, the range of motion about a joint, static flexibility, opposition or resistance of a joint to motion, dynamic flexibility. Good flexibility around the whole body will allow more movement at a joint and therefore more power to be exerted through that joint. Body composition, the component parts of the body, mainly fat and fat-free weight. Body composition measures the amount of fat in the body. The lower your body composition, the more toned you are or the less weight you have. This also means you will not fatigue as much, as more obese people have their heart and lungs are working harder to get the blood to the fattier muscles. Strength, the maximal pulling force of a muscle group and a single maximum voluntary contraction. Good strength can be very useful in almost every sport. Having good strength means you will be able to do exercises easier, as your muscles don't have to work as hard as if you were weak. Rugby players need great strength, as in a ruck it is 8 people pushing against each other. The more strength one team has, the harder they will be able to push the other team winning the ruck. There are many advantages to having a fitness program for 6 to 8 weeks. Weight training on a fitness program for this period of time will definitely make you see results. Sometimes these results are not always visible to the eye, but by the end of 8 weeks of weight training, an athlete should be able to lift a fair bit more than what they started at. It depends on how intense the weight training is, but if the instructor overloads the athlete quite intensely, then the athlete will be burning and replacing their muscles more frequently, so they should see a difference in muscle physique and tone. If part of the program was to improve cardiovascular fitness, then by the end of the 6 to 8 week program, the athlete will see results as well. They will be able to run further, such quicker than what they started at. Running, such rowing, such cycling are the main 3 things to improve cardiovascular fitness in a gym. These types of exercises make athletes lose weight and increase tone. They do this through making the body work hard. During these types of exercise, big muscle groups are being used and therefore lots of oxygen is needed. This big exercise of lungs increases its strength and health. The more often these exercises are done, the healthier your lungs will be. They also increase in size. This is a good thing to have in everyday life, as some days you might need to run for the bus or cycle to work. When these occur, you will be confident making it on time, as your training has prepared you for the unexpected life occurrences. FITLS stands for F, frequency, is the amount of times you do a certain exercise, such as how many times you train, such as how many reps, sets you do of a certain exercise, etc. This can give you a good idea of how many reps you are gaining a week, etc. Intensity, I, is how hard you work during a session, slash how hard the session is. For example, is there a lot of overload or how far are you being pushed? T, time, the amount of time you are at a session, slash how long you do a certain exercise. T, type, is the type of session you are doing, e.g. resistance or cardio. O for overload, how much you push yourself to find your 1, 3, 5, 10 rep max. The more you overload, the quicker you see results, but in turn this can pose potential health risks. R, reversibility, found through injuries or reversal training. This is when you stop seeing effects as you aren't overloading or have stopped the program. S. Specificity is training that is relevant and appropriate to the sport for which the individual is training for. The exercise program should be specific to achieve the athlete's goal. Thank you.